Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be based on a look I saw on Pinterest, but I also wanted to try out this eyeshadow palette, which is the 15N, which looks like this. So I really wanted to try that, so I thought I would incorporate both of them together. So yeah, let's see how we get on. Now I'm gonna start with my eyes first because I think that's the most complicated bit. It's very heavily dark, so I'm not very comfortable with that. So I'll probably take a lot longer to do than I would normally. So that's sort of what I'm just gonna go in with concealer. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me, and this is in the shade Ivory. It's not on here, but I did when I got it. It was on. It says 05, which I'm assuming is Ivory. So I'm just gonna put that on my eyelids, just like you would normally do. But I'm putting a little bit more on by my brow because the look is quite high. So I'm just trying to make everything as seamless and make all the steps easy as I can. And I did forget to say in the beginning that I will be putting a photo there of what she looks like, so it gives you an idea of what I'm trying to achieve. So I've got my beauty blender and I'm just using the bottom bit. I find that the easiest because it's just such a big area. It doesn't take long. It's done already, so I only really use this bit for like under your eyes. She is covered. Now I watched the video with Jeffree Star and Michael says not to set the concealer or the primer because it helps stick, so that's what I'm trying today. So with my brush from Morphe from that gold collection, I'm just gonna go in with a warm neutral shade. I'm gonna go in with Selfie, and I'm just gonna do what I would normally do and just go into the crease and work my way around. And this actually has a little pickup, which I didn't actually know. I'm not too bothered about that. That doesn't bother me too much. It's just because it was quite inexpensive, so it doesn't bother me. It's just with products like Anastasia and stuff like that, when they are expensive, it does bother me that there's kick up, because that's just extra products that you're wasting that basically you've paid for, and you're just getting rid of it, if I'm honest. So now what I've done is I've done like a light layer first and then gone in the other side. But the other side I've gone in a bit heavy-handed, which actually worked out in my favour. So I just went in again with the same shade on this side, just to help that shadow. If you can see, just that shadow form in there. It just really helps with the whole thing. It does really help everything get together, and you know that's there. And if you do make any mistakes, you can always like go in with Selfie and the shade that you're making the mistake with and just like really blend it together. Just with dark colours, I know you have to go very light-handed because if you make a mistake, it's really hard to fix. That is why I'm doing my eyeshadow first, because if anything goes on my face, I can just wipe it off. If I had done my full face already, I would be screwed. So this is the method of my madness. I'm gonna go in with Beverly, which kind of is like a browny purpley shade, and I'm just sort of layering the start of the the dark shadow, and it's a halo effect. So I'm just going to do the outside and the inner corner first and then meet it in the middle. But I am going to go in very slowly and very light-handedly because I want to know what I'm doing first, and sort of I am kind of making up as I go along, but I am looking at this picture as a guide, so I'm not completely making up as I go along. There we go, it's just helping that transition. So the reason why I'm using this shade is so it doesn't go from brown straight to purple, it's going from brown to a browny purple to a purple. So it's helping that transition, and it's helping the shadow get a bit more intense as I'm going along. And the eye, because as I've said before, I've got hooded eyes, so like they can overlap, so like you wouldn't see that much, then you would there, see it doesn't look that much. So that is my process anyway. Now I'm starting with the purple shades. I'm gonna go in with Cleach, this one here, and I'm gonna go in with this brush. It is the Morphe Jackie Hill collaboration brush set with JH40, and it's just a nice fluffy brush, but it's controllable. So the other one was very big and fluffy, and that's what I needed at the time, but because I'm going in with dark shades, I need a more control in what I'm doing. So with this shade, I'm going to do exactly the same as what I did with the other shade, except for I am being more controlled, and I'm not concentrating on the crease. I'm actually concentrating on the lid as well. So I'm going to try and show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it, because I won't be talking, because I will be concentrating, hopefully anyway. And I feel like it's lifted my eye ever so much. Oh, that is my kind of desired look. I was looking a lot darker in real life, and it's looking a lot purpley, a little more purple in real life. So that's as far as I'm gonna go for now. Now I'm gonna go in with this colour here. It's called Unique, and it's that shimmer shade. I'm just gonna use my hand because I think that is the best way to do anything. But hers isn't intense. It's not like a bright up gold in the middle. It's kind of sheared out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a layer on my lid in the center, and I'm gonna blend it out on each side, and that should be it. Back with my first brush and just blend the whole thing out. I always have a better eye. This one's always way better than that one on myself. I'm just gonna go in with a wet wipe and just sharpen those edges, just to clean under there and really. Just so you get sort of like a cat look with that. even really trying, but try not to go too high because it can look a bit weird. Just follow the natural line. I know it sounds really simple, but I have done that mistake a lot of times, and it's kind of making you do more work. Alright, I'm gonna use the Bad Girl Bang. Who remembers when this first came out at the beginning of the year and everyone was so hyped about it, and everyone that was on the trip was so hyped about it, and no one talks about it no more? Like, I've never heard anyone talk about it since. Like, I don't understand. I hate when companies do that. This is meant to be the best mascara ever and I got it, and now I feel like I've been conned because no one talks about it. So I thought I would use it. It's a good mascara, but it's not as good as people made out it was. Anyway, back to my channel, back to my thing. I'm just gonna roll a lash like I would normally. Right, for primer I'm going to use this Stila one's correct. I have not used this for a bit, so thought it was about time I did. The Nars, and it is Naturally Radiant Longwear Foundation. I'm gonna use this, and I am in the shade Yonk, I think it's pronounced. I don't know. And I'm actually gonna go in with this BH Cosmetics flat top brush because I haven't used this for a very long time, so. One thing I did want to say while I was filming is that I actually cannot wait to get my filming set up done properly. Like, at the moment I'm sitting on the floor and I've got my new tripod and I've got my phone obviously and I've got my mirror and everything's fine, but I am going to be getting an ring light, which I am so excited for because of the time of year and where I live. It's so dark so quickly, so if I don't film before 3, I can't film because of the lighting would just be so bad. Like, this is the best lighting I can get today. So I'm gonna get a ring light, can't wait to get my table so everything will be up and done properly. I'm so excited. I know when I said I'm so excited, it didn't actually sound it. It's just I am so excited because at least then once everything's done, once I've got my setup done, I've got my wallpaper done, I can actually film a makeup room tour or what makeup I have, like whatever you want, I can film that. Because I love watching other people's video of that. I love seeing how other people organise their makeup, what they have, how they store it, how they film. Like, that's literally the only YouTube videos I've been watching so far because I just want to know how everybody else is doing it to sort of come up with my own idea, but like get a bit of inspiration by people who are also doing the same thing as me, but sort of like make it my own, like make it more, what's the word, more, like just make things simple for myself. So like every time I film a YouTube video, I've always got to get my table out, I've always got to get my tripod, phone ready, all that. And then when everything's done, all I've got to do is set up my phone and that's it. Like, I'll just keep my ring light and my tripod there because it's good for like, even when I'm going out, I can just use the ring light for lighting anyway, and then I can and plus if I am going out, I can just film it as well. So I rarely go out, by the way. As if you haven't noticed, I really don't. Like, I only go out when I go back to London because it's just easier. Anyway, that's with the same concealer as I used in the beginning. I'm just going to do my eyes. Nose, my forehead, and my chin. That Cupid's bow bit there. I'm looking ravishing. Right, I'm just going to use my brush, but I'm going to go over it with the beauty blender around. Just make it more seamless than it will be. Because I feel like you get more coverage with a brush, but you also get the little bristle hair texture with it. So I want the full coverage, and then I'll use a beauty blender or the beauty sponge for smoothness and just, I don't even know what to call it, like perfect, like just make it more photogenic, crispy, clean cut. So it looks really full coverage there, but up close I can see all the little brush strokes that I've used, so I'll just quickly dab this. And then what's next? Then I'm just going to go in with my powder. I'm just using my Too Faced that I've been using a lot recently. I have really been liking this. I don't know whether it's just the formula that I like. I love the container it's in. I just love that it's got the cap. And that you can just pop it in here. And then you're done. Like, I just feel like it's very efficient, if that's the word. And I'm just going to go with a duo fibre brush, and it is from Real Techniques, and it is called the it's called the Duo Fibre Face Brush. So I'm just using it under my eyes mostly, and just around my nose, because this time of year I do get a dry nose, so I don't want it to any foundation or anything like that to move. Because I'm all matte out, I've used hardly any, and it's because of this brush. So that is a really handy tip if you don't want to use a lot of product but you want like just enough. Then always use a duo fibre brush. I just think they're amazing. And today I am actually not using Marc Jacobs. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, and it looks like this, which is obviously a lot darker than my skin tone, because obviously I got the wrong one. But I use a very light layer and then just contour, sort of bronze it like that, to like my desired look or desired shade that I want. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. So I'm just going to go in with the BH Cosmetics, it's the one, I think it's just a powder brush, but I'm going to use it as a bronzer and a sort of contour kind of. Now I'm going to go in with this palette. I love this palette. It is the Jaclyn Hill Jaclyn Hill and Becca Cosmetics palette, and it's the one that she did this. And I'm just going to go in with that shade here, and I'm just using that same brush. And I'm just going to do it here. Because of this time of year, I really love a little blush, because it kind of reminds me of the Grinch. And you know, the people with the funny noses, they have like such rosy cheeks, and it just looks so cute, and like they look so cold and festive, and I'm so totally in that Christmas vibe right now. So that's why if you see me going a little bit ham or heavy, on the blush. It's because of that, and I haven't even watched Grinch this year, and I really want to see the new one. I hope it's good. I hope it's not a letdown. I really, really hope it's not a letdown. Right, back to the film. I'm gonna go back in with my eyeshadow palette, and I'm just gonna go in with Clique and Goals. No, Clique and Boom, sorry. And I'm just gonna mix them together. And I'm just gonna do like a light layer on the bottom lash. And then I'm gonna go in with that mascara. I do really like it. It's just, I hate when beauty influencers and companies like really ram it in your face, and then after it's done, that's it, you hear nothing else from it. I just really, really hate that, because even though I think the beauty influencers are telling the truth, they really do like it, because so many new products are getting sent to them and they're getting so much stuff. Obviously that was the best thing at the time, but then they've got something new like the Nars Climax. That was good, then this is good, then that is good, and it's just like, which one do I get? So I think they need to stipulate that, like, you would want this because of this. You would want this if you just want to have like a natural eye and you don't want to wear any mascara, any false lashes, have this. If you want the Climax, it's really good for false lashes, and it's also very good for on its own. It's very light and very airy. They need to tell you that, and they don't, which is really annoying. That's my round over and done with. I just really don't like it. Tell me my skin is not looking good. Right, now I'm gonna go in with the same palette as my blush, and I'm gonna go in with, I'm actually gonna go in with Prosecco Pop. I think it's because I think it's a very, very nice shade, and I'm actually gonna go in with this highlighting brush here. Now, technically it's a setting brush, but I always loved it as a highlighting brush because it's just the right condensity and used it there. I actually haven't got any on right now, and I'm already glowing. Anyway, Prosecco Pop. Now I'm going to put the photo here again just to show you that that is the look I am actually going for. Very vampy, very dark, and I don't think I've done too bad. KatVonD's Everlasting Liquid Lipsticks and Exorcism. I was going to do Lolita, but I thought Exorcism, purple, it's what I'm trying to create. It's very scary. And I'm just trying to get off as much pigment as I can, because I like to line it first with this because of the applicator. They're just perfect for lining first and then going in. So I feel very vampy right now. So yeah, this is the look. I hope you enjoyed it. It's making my teeth look very yellow, which I'm not impressed by. That's my fault. I can't wait to get a table. My foot's so numb. Anyway, here's the look. Sorry about the hair. My hair is just, I just can't deal with it today. That's what it looks like. This is the look. Yeah, I hope you like it. It's actually quite fun because normally I wouldn't do like makeup looks like this. This is very scary for me. I would only do it if I had like a step-by-step guide, which I kind of did because I had the photo to look for, and she did look amazing the way she did it. Obviously hers was a lot more professionally done. Mine is just like I was too scared to go over the top, so I just did what I felt was right for how I look. In the mirror it looks actually a lot more dramatic than it does in the camera, but I'll see what it looks like once I'm editing. So yeah, this is the look. Yeah, them individual lashes were not doing it for me. They were just so fiddly and it just wasn't sticking, and I was just like, do you know what, it's not happening. So I've just taken them off and I'm just using that Big Girl Bang mascara, which is actually really nice. It's just I really don't like it when YouTubers just go from one thing to another thing to another thing to another thing, and you just know, like, what do you like? Just tell me what you like. Do you like this? Do you like that? Anyway, enough rambling. So that is the end of my video, and I hope you have a lovely day, and I shall see you in my next video. Happy November! See you Christmas Day!